Okay, so you can keep your strap nearby. You could probably even use a block if you have one. But you are going to start seated. So come into a comfortable seated position to start. Sitting up nice and tall, getting comfortable. This pose that we're working towards this morning is, it's kind of like, if you remember what revolved head to knee looks like, that side bending, twisting, shoulder opening pose, it's quite similar to that in shape, similar. So we have to really get the side body open. We have to get the inner thighs open, hamstrings open, and some of the shoulders open to a pretty good extent as well. And we're going to do a modified version of it because the full expression of it, I think, is something that we can continue to work towards. And this pose that I'm talking about is called Visvamistrasana. It's a variation of side plank. I like to affectionately call it side plank on crack. But hey, so that being said, once you get nice and comfortable, you can take the thumb and the index finger together for the chin mudra. And this time, if you feel grounded and connected already, you can turn the palms to face up and just rest the back of the hands on your thighs for chin mudra. But if you feel like you're a little bit scattered and you need to be more settled and grounded, turn the palms to face down for Jnana mudra. Okay, so it's up to you. Just check in with your own energy right now and choose which mudra will serve you better at this particular moment in time. You can close your eyes and turn your attention inward and just begin to focus on your breath. Breathing in deeply, in through the nose and out through your nose. Feeling your belly and your rib cage expand out to the sides as you inhale. And exhale softly. You can keep your eyes closed and begin to make some circles with your head. And move very slowly and allow your breath to continue to flow freely. Moving the ear to the shoulders, sweeping your chin across the chest. 3 circles in one direction and then change direction. Remember to stay connected to your breath. And then bring the head back to center and just slowly start to look over to the right and to the left. One more reach and then bring your head back to center. Bring the chin down to the chest. Hold it there. And then lift your chin up. Tuck the chin in and then let the head drop back. And then lift up, back to center. You can open your eyes, take an inhale, release your mudra, bring the arms around and up, bring your palms to meet. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Take your right hand down to the side, take an inhale, bring the left arm up. You're gonna slide the right hand over and come into a side bend and really pick up the rib cage up towards the ceiling. Maybe turn the head to look up towards the ceiling. Breathe into the left side of the body while maintaining a nice long right side of the body. Take an inhale here, and on the exhalation, just turn your torso towards your right knee, and you can bring the left fingertips down. Take an inhale and lift all the way back up to the side bend, up to center, and exhale to release. Good. Rest the left hand down, slide it away. Inhale, bring the right arm up, and exhale over to your left. And inhale here, and on the exhalation, just slowly turn the torso towards the left thigh and knee. You can keep the right hand up and reach, or you can bring the fingertips down. Go ahead and bring the right arm alongside the ear again, and then lift back up to center. Good stuff. All right. Make your way onto your back and bring both knees into your chest. Give yourself a really big hug and squeeze here. Draw the thighs down onto the ribs, press them in. And then release, extend your left leg along your mat. And you're actively pressing the heel into the mat at the back of the left thigh. Keep the right knee drawing into the chest. And then grab a hold of either your big toe with the peace fingers or the baby toe side edge of your right foot and move into half happy baby. Take the left hand away from you, press the hand into the floor to help you counterbalance. You're gonna pull the right knee down towards the mat, draw the right shoulder blade back and down. Stay connected to the breath. And now slowly extend. You can change the grip here. So if you're holding on to the baby toe side edge of your right foot, you can turn the palm to the inside of the right foot and straighten the leg out any amount. Or you can keep a bend in the knee, up to you. Doesn't have to be perfectly straight. But don't forget to keep the left hip grounded. Bring it back into the center. Take the left hand to the bottom of the right foot. So just humor me, ladies. Lift your head and shoulders up. Take the elbow, the right elbow, and bring it underneath your right knee. You can take a look at me. Now take your right hand and grab a hold of the outside of your right foot. You kind of got it. If you can't grab the foot, just try to hook the arm underneath the knee and then just hold on to that there. Bring your head and shoulders back down. Kind of want to try to get this hip open a little bit. Now you may feel your lower back pressing into the mat. What you see if you can move the sitting bones towards the knee and lift the lower back off just a little bit while keeping your arm where it is. So if you can't hold on to the foot anymore, just keep the arm there to keep the leg in place. Good. And go ahead and release. Take the right leg all the way down. Stretch the arms out above your head. Let the body be completely relaxed that you're lay floating. Good. And then start to bring energy back into the body again as we move on to the other side. So ground down the right leg, bring the left knee into the chest. Go ahead and come into your half happy baby, choosing either to hold onto the big toe or the baby toe side edge of your foot. Take the right hand away and press the palm down. You want to make sure your shoulder blades stay on the ground here and you're relaxed through the neck and the shoulders so you're not really tensing up. So if holding on to the foot doesn't work for you at all, you can take your hand to the back of the thigh and pull down the knee that way. Go ahead and change the grip or stay as you are with the holding on to the baby toe side edge if you can. And just straighten the leg out any amount. Again, remember it doesn't have to be perfectly straight. You're just taking it out to the left a little bit so you get a bit of an inner thigh stretch. I'm just going to use my wall here as my prop to hold my leg up. Breathe, breathe, breathe a whole lot. Remember, take the leg out to the left a bit so you can get the inner thigh stretch. And now go ahead and bring it back into center and let's come into that weird happy baby position. So lift the head and shoulders up. So you have the right hand to the sole of the left foot. Bring the left elbow on the inside. You're going to bring the arm around and underneath the hip, or underneath the thigh, sorry, to the back of the knee. So you can just stay here. If you want to keep the head and shoulders up, you can keep your head and shoulders up. But try to ground down through the right leg. And bring the spine into neutral as much as possible here, so you get a bit more opening. I guess you could call this happy baby on crack if you like. Good. One more inhale and exhale. And then release, head and shoulders down if you kept them up. Bring both knees into your chest. Take the hands to the tops of the knees. Bring them together and just guide them and make some circles. Change direction. The circles. Good. And come to stillness. Roll up to a seated position. And make your way onto your hands and knees. Take it into cat-cow and make it really fluid. So circling the hips, circling the shoulders, and you're getting that circle action through the wrists as well, opening them up. Be very dynamic. Big movements. Just trying to get through all the joints. And change direction with the circling motion. Move the shoulders around. Just really try to open up all the joints. And marrying the movements with the breath. Good, a couple more. And then come back to center. Take one traditional cat-cow and we're gonna add on to it. So round the spine, shift the hips back, tucking the chin in towards the chest and hold it here. Let the shoulders elevate up towards the ears. And then shift forward, coming into cow, and shift way past so that the shoulders go way past the wrists. Press into the fingertips, lift the chest up. Good, and now come back to center. Moving into bringing opposite elbow to knee. So on your inhalation, extend your left leg and right arm out. On the exhalation, bend your elbow, bend your knee, and bring them to meet, rounding the spine. Inhale, reach, and exhale. 3, we're going for 6 reps. 4, 5, and 6. Hold it on the 6, and release. Second side, left arm, right leg, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Hold it here on the 6. Squeeze, 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 and release. Bring the legs close. Keep your toes untucked, and just sit back into extended child's pose. Bring the arms alongside the body. Palms are going to face up. Curl the forefingers in, wrap the thumb out, and I'll curl your fist in towards the floor just to stretch your wrist out. And then release, sweep your arms around again. Just a couple rounds of our modified half series. So if you want to wiggle the legs back to hips distance, go ahead and do that now. And then inhale, move forward into your plank, keeping your knees down. Exhale into your chaturanga. Inhale to press back up to the plank. Exhale to sit back. Just 2 more. Inhale forward. Exhale lower. Inhale up. Exhale back. Last one. Inhale forward, kneeling plank. Exhale, kneeling chaturanga. Inhaling up. Tuck your toes and lift your bum up for downward facing dog. Hold your dog for a moment. Pushing your heels down, lifting your sitting bones up, drawing your ribs in. Checking with the neck. Make sure that the neck is feeling nice and loose. You can drop the head and shake it out. And again, find movement here just as you were in your cat-cow position, moving the hips around. Really got to get the hips ready for this posture. Couple more rounds of just playful exploration here in your downward dog. And then come back to center, sweep your right leg up for 3-legged dog, and step it to the top of the mat by the right hand. Once you get the foot in place, rest the left knee down, bring the right hand on the inside of the right foot. And just sink into it, but try not to let the knee come out to the side. I don't want you to go into lizard. Just keep it hugging in, okay? I'm going to turn around just so I'm not ending up backing you for what we're about to do next. So you're in this lunge. You're going to lift the left knee off and you're going to shift your hips back. So as you start to shift your hips back, pivot on the ball of the left foot, drop the heel down, turn the toes out slightly and move into a side lunge. Hold that side lunge. If you can turn the right toes to face straight up to the ceiling, go ahead and do that and pull the heel in like you're drawing the thigh bone into the hip socket. Keep the chest lifted. You're going as low as you can go. Good. Now get ready to walk back to that lunge that you were in. And step back to downward facing dog. Take a moment here in your downward dog. Find a little bit of play here again. Shifting the hips from side to side. Maybe rolling the body forward into a plank. Whatever you feel to do here in this pose, or maybe keeping still is a better option for you. And then come to stillness once again. Bring your left leg up for three-legged dog and then step it forward to the top of your mat. Rest your right knee down. Bring the left arm on the inside. Hug in. Lift the chest up. Lift your right knee off and shift. So as you start to walk the hands back and shift, pivot on the ball of the right foot, drop your heel, and then continue on that journey and move into your side lunge. The right heel could come off the ground if it needs to. But keep hugging into the midline, keep drawing the belly in, turn the left toes and knee up, and then pull the heel, squeeze, and draw it into the midline. One more inhale and exhale here. And then spider walk your way back to the front of the mat, into the lunge. Good. All right. So from here, if you can, I want you to step forward into a forward fold. So you can use a little bounce here. Push yourself forward. Fold. Press down into the feet. Inhale and slowly reverse swan dive up. And as you exhale, bring your hands to your heart. If you need to take a moment here, get a sip of water, do that now. And then we're going to go right into our sun salutations. So we're at the top of your mat, feet are at hips distance, hands at the heart. Take an inhale, circle your arms around and up. On the exhalation, come into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Keep the air out, step your right foot back. You can rest the knee down if you wish. And then inhale, sweep the arms and upper body up. Exhale into downward facing dog or take extended child's pose. Inhale, plank, full plank or kneeling. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, take up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Sweep your right leg up for three-legged dog. Step the right foot forward. Keep your left hand down. Take an inhale here, and on the exhalation, bring the right arm up for your twist. Good. Fingertips to the floor. Step your left foot forward into your fold. Inhale to stand tall. Exhale, sit back into chair. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Step your left foot back. Take the lunge of choice, kneeling or full. Arms and upper body lifts. Downward dog. Plank. Chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Left leg lifts, three-legged dog. Left foot, left hand. Keep the right hand down, take an inhale, gazes forward, arm reaches forward. Exhale, open up into the twist. Fingertips to the floor, step your right foot forward, fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, chair. Inhale, sweep your arms around and up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Giant step back with the right foot. Lunge pose. Downward facing dog. Plank. Chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Right into three-legged dog with the right leg. Step it forward. This time, keep the right hand down. Reach the left arm forward on your in-breath. Exhale, open up into an open twist. Fingertips to the floor. Step your left foot forward. Inhale to rise up. Exhale, chair. Let's go last side. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Giant step back, left foot. Lunge. Downward dog. Plank. Chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Left leg, three-legged dog. Step it forward. Left fingertips stay down. Take an inhale, reach the right arm forward. Exhale and open up into the twist. Fingertips to the floor. Step your right foot forward, fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, chair. Inhale, rise up. Sweep your arms around and up. Palms meet. Exhale, hands to heart. Pause here for a moment. Go ahead and bring the arms around and up. And you're going to take the right hand to the middle of the shoulder blades, left hand to the right elbow. Take a big breath in here, and on the exhalation, you're going to pull the elbow, let me just keep turning around. You're going to press the elbow down and over to the left. And you're going to take the body with you. You're going to go into a little bit of a side bend here. So you're bending the knees. And you're going to come over to the left. Watch your feet. Your feet should be parallel. So if your toes are turned out, fix your feet so they're in number 11. Good. And come back up through center. You can release the arms. Circle them around again. Bend the left elbow. Take the hand between the shoulder blades. Right hand to left elbow. Take your inhale here. And as you exhale, you're bending the knees and you're pulling yourself over to the right. Inhale, come back up to center, and exhale to release. Roll the shoulders up towards the ears, draw them back towards each other, and clasp the hands, interlacing the fingers. Chest expansion. Lift the chest up, reach the knuckles away from you, keep the navel drawing in and the ribs in, and the spine in neutral. Big inhale here, exhale, come into a full bend. Arms moving up and over, stretching your shoulders out. And then go ahead and bring the arms down and release your fingertips to the floor. Wiggle the feet a little bit wider than hips distance. So if you remember that under the leg thing we did lying down, we're going to do it now standing, or should I say in this fold. So you're going to take the left arm to the inside of the left thigh. And then you're going to internally rotate through the left shoulder. Sweep the right arm around and clasp the hand. So bend the knees so you can reach your hand easier. If your legs stay too straight, you're not going to be able to reach. Once you've got the bind, go ahead and take an inhale, extend the spine, and on the exhalation, you're going to straighten out the right knee and roll the right shoulder onto the left and look up. towards the ceiling. It's like if you're coming into your bound triangle. So left arm around the back of the left thigh, and the right arm comes around to meet at the outside of your left hip. One more inhale, and exhale, release. So release, bend the right knee again. Turn the chest back to the ground, release the bind. Fingertips to the floor. Take the right arm to the inside of the legs, and you're moving exactly what we did when we were lying down. Take the right elbow underneath. You have to internally rotate the shoulder. Sweep the left arm around. Bring the hands to meet, or use your strap. Once you've got that, both knees are now nicely and deeply bent. Take an inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, slowly straighten out the left knee as you roll the left shoulder onto the right. Even if you can't bind, the right hand can come down to the inside of the right leg, and the left hand can come to the small of your back. But the right knee is bent, the left leg will be straight. You can always look at me if you have no clue what's happening. Take an inhale here, and then exhale, slowly release. Come back into the fold. Okay, bend the knees enough so you can plant both of your hands down, and when you do, wrists will be in line with shoulders. Step back to downward facing dog. Take an inhale, sweep your right leg up for three-legged dog. On the exhalation, step your right foot outside the right hand, rest your left knee. So we're gonna do that again. Bending the right knee, I want you to bend, you can watch me first. You're gonna bend the elbows and take the right hand underneath and place the right hand by the outside of your right foot. So keep the elbow bent, think of your chaturanga the arm, and hold that position here. Get comfortable with it. So make sure your right foot is planted, and you're just gonna shift the hips a little bit from side to side. Your right elbow should be bent. Yeah, just shifting from side to side here in this lizard position. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And I want you to see if you can bend your elbows a little bit more, and can you straighten out the right leg? Just walk the right foot forward, any amount. Just creep the foot forward, and then see if you can lift the foot off any amount. Doesn't matter if it doesn't leave the ground or not. Just try. And then bring it back down. Good. Lift up the left knee, and step the right leg up and back for three-legged dog. Open up your hip. Good, and now step your right foot back to the top of the mat by the right hand, and then sweep yourself up into a lunge. Good, bring the fingertips together, all five. Inhale, reach up, exhale over to the right. Inhale to center, exhale over to the left. Inhale to center, exhale, warrior two. Take an inhale here, straighten out the right knee. Exhale into triangle hold, Trikonasana. Hand to shin, hand to floor, your choice. You can look down to the right foot, or you can look straight ahead towards me. Well, you can't actually see me if you look straight ahead. You'll be looking at whatever's in front of you. Or you can turn your gaze towards the ceiling. Take an inhale, pick yourself up, back to warrior two, and exhale, reverse it. Take an inhale through warrior two. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step the right foot back. Shift forward into the plank. Lower into your chaturanga. Take upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts, three-legged dog. Step the left foot to the outside of your left hand. Rest the right knee down. So I'm just gonna face you here, just so you can make sure you're getting this. So the left leg is on the outside of your left hand. You've got to get deep into this lunge in order to facilitate this. So you're gonna bend your elbows, essentially lowering your torso down. Walk the left hand back. So you're bringing the elbow back and underneath the left thigh, and then plant the left hand on the outside of your left foot. So I like to think of it as putting on a backpack strap. So you just put on your leg is your backpack strap. So put it on. You can walk the right knee back if you need a bit more space, and then just shift a little bit from side to side. I want you to get comfortable with that lean to the left. That lean to the left is gonna help you when we get into this pose. Okay? Lean to the left a little bit. And feel the connection of your palm, your left hand, into the mat. That's super important. So get comfortable with that and make sure the base of the index finger knuckle is grounded here. Good. And now come back to center. See if you can bend both elbows, think chaturanga, and creep the left foot forward until it leaves the floor. If it doesn't, that's okay. Maybe you can just squeeze the front of the thigh and lift the leg up just a little bit. Good. Bring it back down and get ready. Lift the right knee off, sweep the left leg up and back. Three-legged dog, open up the hips, so bend your knee. And then step the left foot back to the top of the mat. By the left hand, and then sweep up into your lunge. Bring the fingertips together. Take an inhale, lift up. Exhale to your left. Inhale to center. And exhale to your right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, warrior two. Big inhale, straighten out your left knee. Exhale, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take the vinyasa or rest. If you're flowing, roll forward into plank. Lower into your chaturanga. Take upward facing dog or cobra pose. And exhale, hips up, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Two more times, inhale. And exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, sweep the right leg up, bend the knee, open up the hip, keeping the right armpit down. And then step the right foot forward by the right hand. Good, take an inhale, sweep the arms up, Bring the palms to meet. And as you exhale, I want you to hinge at the hips and bring the hands to your heart. Take another inhale here and exhale, twist to your right, hooking the elbow on the outside of your left elbow on the outside of the right thigh. Right elbow will be high towards the sky. Take another big inhale here. Exhale, draw the navel in, press the right palm down into the left. As you draw the right shoulder blade back and slide it down, and look over to the right. Pick the left inner thigh up, draw the right hip back, hug the knee into the midline. Hold your twist, literally holding yourself up here on your thigh. If I were to ask you to hover your left elbow off of your right thigh, you could hold it without collapsing. Okay? That's just keeping you in the twist, but you could hold yourself up here. Take one more inhale. Big exhale. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, warrior two. Take another big inhale. Slowly straighten out the right knee and lift the toes up. Pivot on the heel. And as you drop the right foot, lift up the left heel and turn that inwards so the heels are in, toes are out. Take an inhale, sweep the arms around and up. Bring the palms to meet. As you exhale, hinge at the hips and sit back into goddess. Hands to heart. Press, push the knees out so they stay in line with the second toe. But make sure you're not letting the butt stick out and the ribs flare. You're keeping your spine in neutral. You're drawing the ribs in. Go as low as you can comfortably stay here. Take an inhale, come back up, straighten the legs. On the exhale, pick up the right toes and bring the foot to parallel to the short end of the mat. Lift up the left toes and turn them to face the short end of the mat. Bend the left knee, drop the left hand to the inside of the left leg. Get really low here. Circle the right arm around and move into extended side angle. Now you can take this further and take the arm underneath and bring it to the outside of your left foot and lean into that left hand and bring the right arm alongside the ear. You got to get the hips low. Your butt should not be higher than your head here. Breathe, breathe, breathe a whole lot. Take an inhale, come back up to goddess. Exhale, sink into it, or should I say come back up to that five-pointed star, and exhale, sink into goddess. Fix your feet, toes out, heels in. We're gonna do that side bend, what am I calling it? Side angle again to the other side, back to the front of the mat, so back to facing me. Hold your goddess though. Sink the hips, you can put the hands on the thighs if you like, and guide the knees out, but keep the chest lifted. Slowly transition into the side angle. So pick up the left toes, bring that foot to parallel, lift up the right, turn so the toes are facing the short end of the mat. You might need to widen the stance here, just so you get nice and low. Go ahead and bend the right knee. It's gonna come to, the thigh will come to parallel. Bring the right hand down. Remember, bend the elbow, take the hand to the outside, lean into it. So ground down through the base of the knuckles, the base of the fingers and the finger pads. And I'll go ahead, drop the hips and bring the left arm alongside your ear. This is essentially your Visvamistrasana, essentially. This is a position you're going into. So lean into it. Draw the inner thighs in. One more inhale. Big exhale. Slowly bring the left hand down. Pick up the left heel, turn the toes to face forward. Bring the right arm around the outside now and step back, downward facing dog. You can take a vinyasa or you can rest, up to you. Nothing wrong with resting. Might not be a bad idea. Ooh. Working up a great sweat for our last practice. Take a breath. Big inhale. Big exhale. Big inhale. Big exhale. Inhale, left leg lifts, bend the knee, open up the hip. And now step it forward to the top of the mat. Take an inhale, sweep the arms up, bring the palms to meet, and as you exhale, hinge at the hips, bring the hands to the heart. Take another inhale here, grow long in your spine, maintain that length, and exhale, twist, bring the elbow, the right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Press the left palm into the right, draw the left shoulder blade back and slide it down. Good, hold it here. Remember, you want to be so connected to your legs and your core that you don't really need that elbow on the knee to hold you in this twist or to keep your torso up. You can hold yourself up without that. Stay grounded, stay connected to the breath, breathe. Take an inhale, slowly start to lift up. Exhale, come into warrior two. Just taking this warrior two as a moment to reconnect. And I'll go ahead and come into five-pointed star. So lift up the left toes, pivot on the heel, and bring the feet to a somewhat pigeon-toed position. So heels will be slightly out, knees are going to be slightly in, hands to the hips. Take a big breath in here, lift the chest, inflate the rib cage with lots of air. Exhale, keep that rib cage full, draw the navel in, hinge at your hips, and come into your fold. Once you come into the fold, release your fingertips to the floor. Take the left hand to the middle so that the wrist is lining up with the nose. Take an inhale, come into a nice long spine. On the exhalation, sweep the right hand up towards the ceiling for a twist. Or the right hand can come to the small of the back or the sacrum. You can bend the knees here if you need to. And you're only looking as far to the right as is comfortable for your neck and of course your eyes. Ground down into the left foot. Big inhale, exhale, release. Changing hands, right hand in the center. Take an inhale, allow the spine to grow with that breath. Keep that length and exhale, twist to your left. Now if you notice that you want to collapse and let the left hip or let the right hip roll in, keep drawing it back so you keep the hips and pelvis level. Ground down into the right foot. Big inhale, exhale, slowly release. Bend your left knee and make your way back to the top of the mat, to the lunge, and step back, downward facing dog. We're almost there. Take the vinyasa or rest. And then coming back into downward facing dog, take a moment here. If you want to find freedom in movement, go ahead and play or come into absolute stillness or take a child's pose. One more stretch we're going to do here before we attempt this posture. So, make your way back into your downward facing dog. You're going to take the right leg up, bend the knee, open up the hip. And then you're going to step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Bring the left knee down. Lift the right toes up. So when you do that, shift the booty back, and then you're going to push through the heel, if your mat will let you, and you're going to slide your right leg out to the right. Yeah, so it's up to you to stay on your palms, keeping the heart lifted and hugging into the midline, or you can come down onto your forearms. Keeping a nice long spine, sucking the belly in, so you're not collapsing in the shoulders, push the floor away from you, and keep hugging into the midline, pressing down the heel and drawing the heel in towards the midline. So it's a very, very strong pose. Slowly make your way onto the palms. With me? Pick up the left knee, sweep your right leg up and back, three-legged dog, and I'll step it back to the front of the mat. Okay, I'm going to turn around now. So here's this Visvamistrasana modification that we're going to attempt. Okay? So I shared this on my Instagram a year ago. I have not done it since. So let's see. We kind of did it many times already, so we just have to put all those components together. So the first thing I like to do is to step out into a low lunge. You can either watch me first or do it with me, up to you. So I step out into this lunge, and I'm going to bring my right arm on the inside, just like I would for extended side angle. Essentially, that's what it is your extended side angle position. So I'm going to kickstand my left foot. We just did this. Shift the hips back. You're going to bring the arm underneath. Can you see? I hope you can see okay. You can bring the arm underneath and on the outside. Pretty much what we've been doing all along. So once I've got my hand in place, I'm going to lean forward. And then I'm going to, remember I said to lean into that hand, and get comfortable, lean into the side. So I'm going to lean to the side. I'm going to grab my foot with this hand. Wish me luck, ladies. Here goes. And you're gonna, oh boy. And you're gonna lean into it and straighten the leg out and turn to look up. Okay? Now with the strap, you have to take the strap to around the ball of the foot. And you know, I always say when I'm using a strap for these types of things, don't make the strap too long that it becomes really cumbersome and clumsy. So I folded my strap down to the short, well not the shortest, but about half. I folded it in half and then I folded it in half again. And then I'm going to fold it in half yet again to hook it around my foot. Never done it with a strap before, but it might be nicer with a strap. And I'm holding the end of the strap, not too close to the foot. So I'm going to put on my backpack strap. You gotta lean, because the lower your hips get to the ground, the better, and then you straighten out. But if you stay up here, you're gonna put too much pressure on your elbow, your shoulder joint. So you lean back, lean into that hand, and then you can open up, and then come back to the lunge. Give it a try. Yes, nice, good job. Wiggle your toes, active feet, yes. Good. So, yeah, take the hand on the outside. When you're ready, you can come out of it. So the strap, nope, the strap is going to be held with the left hand, not the right. Good. Yes. Woo! Good stuff, good stuff. Well done. Well done. Good job. Oh my God, you guys are amazing. You want to try the full one? No, let's not get crazy. The full one, basically, your knee would be off the ground and your back leg would be straight. But I think this is a great way to prep for that. If you want to try it with the leg off, go ahead. So you would start in your low lunge position. Come into here, do that same, you got to drop the back foot and lean, and then go ahead and lift. If you want to, you don't have to. It's entirely up to you. So you got to make sure you have a solid back foot. Press down into the foot on the back leg. Ground down. Lean, lean, lean. You got to get the booty low. Lean into the right hand. Press down into the left foot. Your butt's too high. And then you have to shift forward towards the knee with the head when you move into this. Yeah, take your time. Use your breath. Beautiful. Woo! Awesome sauce. Good stuff. You do not have to try the full. There's no pressure. You guys are rock stars. Woohoo! All right. Well, you know, you've got two beautiful legs, so let's see what happens on the other side, right? So come back to your downward facing dog. Let's do that stretch first. Let's come back into that wide-legged half split, that Hanuman. So left leg up, bend the knee, open up the hip, set the left foot outside the left hand, bring the right knee down, shift the hips back a little bit, lift the left toes up, and I'll push the left foot off the mat. It's gonna come out at an angle, like a 45 degree angle. Good. And come onto the forearms or stay on the palms. Wherever you're at, draw the left heel, press it down into the ground and pull it back into the midline. Pull the navel and ribs in and keep the chest moving forward. We don't want to collapse here. You want to hold your body up. So walk your left hand back so that the wrists stay in line with the shoulders. So your chest is still facing forward. You're not in a twist. So if I were to face you, this is what it would, I mean, I believe my leg is going to get cut off from the frame, but you have an idea of what shape where you should be. Yeah. Pull the toes up towards the shin. Yep, good. And then take an inhale, come up onto the palms if you're not already there. And now lift the right knee off and push down into the hands and sweep the left leg up and back. And now step it forward again into your lunge. Good, start with your prep. Left foot forward, strap or no strap. Kickstand that right leg, round it down. So the shin here is your foot when you go into the full. Yep, so get low. Walk the foot out, put on your backpack strap, lean and lift. Yeah. Shift the hips forward. Lean and lift. Can't figure out how to do it on the left side, huh? Left side is like, huh? Yep. Remember, so shift forward. Yep. So be careful you don't take your hand out too wide when you place it because it's going to make it harder for you. So bring the hand, keep the hand in line with the shoulder, the wrist in line with the shoulder. Good stuff. And then of course, if you want to try the full expression of it, go ahead and try the full expression of it. Good. Nice. Beautiful. Whew. Give you a few more moments here to play with it. If you want to do the full, your choice. Sorry, I'm eating my hair. You don't have to. Remember, it's an option. So you start in your full, your low lunge. The right knee will be off. Put on your backpack. Lean, drop the back heel, lean. I'm not even gonna bother to try it, but you get the gist. So that's the position you'll be in. Hold on to the foot. And take an inhale and exhale. There's absolutely no pressure to do anything more. Once you're done playing with it, just come into child's pose. Yeah, I mean, if this is the first time you've ever done this pose, I mean, there's no pressure to do anything more than the prep or even get it on the other side. You know, you start where you are and you practice and you see where you can go. Good. So just rest in your child's pose. You can take it wide if you like, but I feel like you had enough hip opening, so maybe just keep the legs close. Bring the arms along the side of your body. Let the shoulder blades slide off the back of the ribcage and bring your forehead down. Take an inhale and a big exhale. Let's come into that stretch. So stay in your child's pose, fold your forefingers in, wrap the thumbs around, and then fold your fists into the forearms, stretch it out. And release. Take the arms around and slowly roll up, let your hip relax. Excellent work. Okay. Let's take the rest of this class nice and easy. You did a lot of work to get ready for that pose, and you see what time is it? Okay, cool. All right, good time. So just stretch your legs out in front of you. You can bring them together or keep them at hips distance. Toes and knees are pointing up. Inhale, circle your arms around and up. And exhale, hinge at your hips and fold. Take an inhale, and on your exhalation, slowly roll up. Go ahead and bend your knees and roll onto your back, keeping the feet to the floor. Walk the feet wide as the mat, let your knees fall in. Bring your arms into bowl pose or cactus. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Separate the knees and cross the right leg over the left. Cross above the knee joint. So you're wrapping the right thigh on the left. And then take the left hand to the right foot and the right hand to the left for a shin. And draw them into the chest. Draw the knees into the chest for a reverse or reclined cow face pose. So I guess you would call this Supta Gomukhasana of sorts. And now segue into a twist. So move your arms out of your way. You can bring the left foot to the floor and just shift the hips to the right, and just let your knees come to the left and look over to your right. Take an inhale and exhale, make your way back to center. Readjust so you're fully on your back. Go ahead and change the cross of the legs. Left thigh over right thigh. Bring the knees into the chest. See if you can bring the lower back off your mat if you feel it pressing into the mat. So the sacrum is going to get heavy. Release into your twist. So right foot to the floor, just shift the hips to your left. Roll onto the right hip. Keeping your shoulder blades down, gaze is to your left. Take an inhale, exhale, come back to center. Uncross, can take it into a nice easy bridge. Arms by the side of the body. Take your inhale, lift your hips up, exhale, hold it. Hold it here for as long as you like, and then you can slowly lower your bum back down to your mat. And if there's any other stretch that you need to do before you close your practice today, go ahead and honor that. Then you can extend your legs fully, 1 foot to each corner of your mat, coming into your corpse pose, preparing for your Shavasana. Letting the body be completely relaxed. And once again, think of lay floating. No tension here. Just a gentle ease in the body. Closing the eyes. Taking a big inhale from the soles of the feet. Imagine if you could. And fill all the way up to the crown. Hold it. And as you exhale, let the breath wash away any residual tension, giving yourself that space to relax for the next few minutes. Just breathing deeply and fully. Once again, becoming aware of your surroundings and becoming aware of your body on your mat. Moving your fingers and your toes, just beginning to wake your body up. Take a big breath in and extend your arms above your head, stretch your body out in two opposite directions. Exhale, sigh out, let it all go. Draw your knees into your chest and give yourself a great big hug because you're amazing. And then release your feet to the floor. Make your way onto your side and just pause there just for a moment. And just give yourself a little gratitude for your practice and everything you offered up. And then make your way up and join me in a comfortable seated position, bringing your hands to your heart. And I thank you all so much for sharing your incredible energy with me this morning and trusting me to guide you through your practice once again. Be free, be true, and always be. Namaste.